What is up, guys? We're going to hit you with this ZEBEC and World Mobile Token update. World Mobile Token delisted. What? Okay. We're going to hit you with this really quickly. We have an open mic night coming here at 6 for the Patreon members. So shout out to the Patreon. Let me go ahead and hit you with our guy, Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Boom. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on our Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe.
So what is up, guys? This would be an update episode because we covered World Mobile Token with ZEBEC when they first announced the partnership. But we're going to get back into it here. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And just to kind of remind you of what World Mobile Token is and how big they are, pause, right? Let's replay this, reminding you of that they're connected to Starlink, okay? They're that big that they're connected to Starlink. So this company is no joke. This is no like fly-by-night company. This is a company with 3 million users. They have their own network, their own grid. They're connected into Starlink. They're connected into T-Mobile and AT&T. They literally have their own Wi-Fi kind of phone connection, right? And this is why ZEBEC wants to work with them. Let me go ahead and put on the headphones here and let's listen to this. Let's read it first. Satellite internet solves one problem, moving data from space to ground. World Mobile solves the next one, distributing that data to the people at scale. Here's a throwback to when we worked with Starlink to prove that hypothesis. This is what the future of telecom looks like.
Starlink changed the game, bringing broadband to the world's remotest edges. A bold vision, but even the stars have limits. High upfront costs, steep fees, limited capacity, connectivity only a few can reach. What if that power wasn't exclusive, but shared? What if communities could own the beam from the sky? That's where World Mobile comes in. World Mobile is the first global deep-in mobile network, operating across the US, Asia, and Africa. It uses a network of decentralized wireless access points called air nodes. Each air node can tap Starlink for backhaul, turning satellite internet into mobile signal for anyone nearby.
It's awesome.
Together, they solve underconnectivity at scale, powered by Starlink, amplified by World Mobile, owned by the people.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it still works. Yeah.
I mean, this is it. As I was explaining, I think this is a really great direct answer. He would have saved us from deploying like 15 or 20 of the mobile minis. Dude, this is great. You guys did it.
Yeah. Running off the eSIM?
Yeah.
With CNN.com?
Yeah.
It's World Mobile.
Yeah.
That's
fucking awesome. We're here in Kenya today at Faith Junior Academy with a local community ISP installing a Starlink antenna and providing Wi-Fi to the students and staff here. The school becomes the air node host. They're the installer of the satellite backhaul. They're also providing a mesh network to further away properties. All of these commercial opportunities will bring revenue into the school, which makes their operations much more sustainable long-term than having to be dependent on charitable donations.
We've never had good internet here. When you live like we do on a peninsula and you can feel maybe isolated sometimes, having that connection with the internet, it just makes us feel like we are part of the world.
Starlink beams the signal from space. World Mobile brings it to the people. Through its decentralized air nodes, Starlink's reach becomes local, affordable mobile coverage, owned and grown by communities, solving underconnectivity at scale. When power is reclaimed, the future is unlocked.
So this is the company we're talking about, right? Definitely check out the first episode we did. It's in our lives somewhere, and it has a similar thumbnail. But let's continue on here since we have a little limited time. So ZEBEC HQ, this is from Ghost. Shout out to Ghost. And World Mobile team are hinting at a game-changing feature for ZEBECnet, real-time mobile charges. ZEBEC blockchain-based streaming tools could enable real-time microtransactions for mobile usage, paid instantly via crypto or fiat, bypass traditional telecom billing cycles, no more monthly or quarterly bills, just pay what you use instantly. Imagine paying for data, calls, or text as you go with no contracts or delays, all through ZEBEC Super App. Disrupt the telecom giants and empower users with flexible, transparent billing. Okay. Also, I could imagine too that ZEBEC, if they're using their own SIM card, which they will be doing for this, right? Global eSIM real-time payments, 100 plus countries. This will allow their super app. That'll be an app on that phone. If you want to pay anyone in an area where it's kind of difficult to get internet, well, you just pop in that World Mobile. You know, you get some World Mobile nodes set up there, some Ear nodes. You get some Starlink there, and you get ZEBECnet on an eSIM, and now you can pay them, right? So that seems really, really synergistic when it comes into ZEBEC and banking the unbanked, and having neobanks work with people who want the American dollar. Seems right in line with their ethos, their mission, and World Mobile's mission. So it seems like a very synergistic partnership, if you ask me, right? And here it is again. Here we're teaming with World Mobile team to launch the ZEBECnet, a data-only eSIM network built on World Mobile's decentralized infrastructure and made exclusively for the ZEBEC ecosystem. With coverage to 70 plus countries and optimized for real-time financial transactions, ZEBEC keeps payroll, payments, and cards connected securely without borders. So this makes so much sense, because what if it's an area where it's difficult for them to get internet, but you still want to be able to pay that worker, right? Or is some talented worker there that you want to pay them, and you know you can set all of that situation up with World Mobile Net and Starlink and ZEBECnet, right? So really, really makes sense. Got to believe in 70 plus countries there will be a need for this, right? And it will be a want for them to spend the American dollar, something like USDC, right? Trump's coin, Trump's stable coin, or Circle's USDC. I don't know if I misspoke there. Trump's coin is USD1. Circle's coin is USDC. So very synergistic there. And they have a new product coming up called Atmosphere Grid. But first, before I explain Atmosphere Grid, I want to shout out one of my crypto, my Coin Vault members, one of my Coin Vault crew dudes. Shout out to Crypto Future. I know he did some show on this information too. Always good to get two different perspectives on things. So let me go share my guy Rob's channel and go check out what he said on it. I think the video was, let me see if I can find the video real quick. Okay. It's a little, I know he had a video on it. I just can't remember what the title was because it didn't have World Mobile token in the title, I don't think. So definitely come over here and check out Rob's channel for sure. And definitely come over and check out the Coin Vault. And let me pull up the Coin Vault right quick. It's me, Max, and Rob, the triple threat out here. Our last show, we just did some actual documents proof on Canton and ZBCN. Really good show. Couple shows on Canton. And our guy Shook Focus Digital was in on one as well. So definitely come check us out here on the Coin Vault. And be sure also to go check out the other member of the Triple Threat, our guy Maximus Crypto. If you need to find Max's channel, just come on over and like and subscribe to Blackrue Investing. We're doing so great over there. We're almost at 9,500. Like, the channel's growing. Thank you guys. I can see you're sharing it. I have new subscribers almost every day. It's such a blessing, guys. Thank you for being a part of the crew. But yeah, go over and check out my guy Max too here. Latest video from Max, a minimum of 10x here, Quant, XRP, and XLM. So definitely come check out my guy Max over here. And of course, check out all the suggestions that we have here. My brother, Underdog Research Channel, the Mooniverse, Shook Focus Digital. Definitely check those guys out. And let's continue. So here we have here this atmosphere grid that they're doing. But before we go to the atmosphere grid, they're getting delisted from Uphold of all people, right? I got an email about this a couple of days ago, and I'm like, what? And the Uphold is apparently making some pretty big no longer supports or delistings. Constellation DAG being one of them, right? Balancer. These are some real projects here. Balancer, Constellation DAG. Orchid's a pretty big project. And World Mobile Token, right? Pretty interesting, right? But of course, whenever projects are kind of harder to get, I really think that makes them almost bullish for them, right? Because they make it so it's harder for you to get, but they can get it just fine, right? So World Mobile Token, especially with what they're building here with this this AI network, this atmosphere grid, more on that a little bit later here. I really like the direction they're heading, and I really like what they're doing with ZEBEC. So I really don't think this is a problem. Remember when everybody kind of delisted Stronghold, and a couple months afterwards, Stronghold went on a run? Like, KuCoin delisted Stronghold, a couple other exchanges delisted Stronghold, and Stronghold just proceeded to go from triple zeros to like 5 cents, 5 or 4 cents, right? Like, literally could have made you a millionaire there. Stronghold could have done that, right? So definitely I don't think this is a problem. It's just going to make it a little harder for you to get. It could be a buying opportunity, might be something for you to look out for. Just FYI on these coins here, particularly World Mobile Token, Balancer, and Constellation DAG. Might want to just look out for that. Maybe a buying opportunity for these coins. Now let's go into this atmosphere grid. Now they say they're introducing atmosphere grid, extending Earth nodes into sovereign AI infrastructure. Like, the bottom line, and we're going to get into it, is that it's its own contained internal AI network, right? In which you can say, okay, it can't be tampered with. This is our own, this is our own network. We provide the inference, we provide everything. The whole network is self-contained in ours. Okay, so they can also do things at the edge, right? Which is something that they're saying all inference for agentic AI may be done at the edge because it's easier, or let me say it again, it's faster than going all the way back to the server to get the information. Basically, if you do it at the edge, what that means is any device that has like World Mobile capability that's close to you, it will go try to get compute from that device. So it's doing it at the edge as opposed to going all the way back to the server. So any nodes that are close to its edges, when it's trying to do a compute, it will use those nodes instead of going all the way back to the server, right? So this is what's very, very interesting about this. And they plan to do here. They say the system is designed to support micropayments through XFRL 2 style payment flows, allowing agents to pay per interaction without subscriptions, manual invoicing, or centralized billing rails. Okay, very important there. This creates a direct economic loop. So it's its own self-contained network, like really just like no problems there. You got to believe that that'll be better for security. It'll be better for privacy. And you can kind of see it up here too. When an agent uses compute, inference, storage, private networking, or other agent services, that usage can settle in World Mobile Token. Agents consume infrastructure, usage settles in World Mobile Token. EarthNode operators are rewarded for verified work. The capacity for more infrastructure is created. More agents and services enter the network. So within the network, they can have their own self-contained AI agents, their own self-contained security. There's a lot of advantages to using their own internal network for that. The result is a broader utility layer for X for World Mobile Token, extending settlement beyond telecom and into AI infrastructure usage while remaining tied to a verified network activity. From cloud dependency to sovereign agent infrastructure, most AI systems today still depend on centralized servers for compute, identity, storage, and model access and payments. Okay, and that was kind of what I was saying there. Most AI systems still depend on centralized providers for compute, entity, storage, model access, and payments. That may support some use cases. It will not support all of them. As agents become more autonomous, they will require infrastructure designed for privacy, verification, resilience, and direct economic activity. So since this is their own internal self-contained network, that infrastructure is uniquely designed for privacy within its network, verification, resilience, and direct economic activity. Atmosphere Grid is built for that category of work. It is not intended to replace every cloud use case. It is designed for a specific and growing set of workloads where privacy, verifiability, resilience, and autonomous payment matter. Now, this is really, really interesting, especially within their network of 3 million people. And as their network grows, they can have communication within that network. It'd be interesting to see if they can use some of that inference or sell some of that inference or some of that computing power in their network to networks outside of their network too. It would be really interesting if they could do that. I don't know if it's presented here. We'll have to do some more deep diving on this in future episodes. But as it stands here, this includes private AI inference, agent-to-agent marketplaces, autonomous research agents, network optimization agents, secure enterprise workloads, decentralized data and service and model services. Okay. Atmosphere Grid is grounded in the physical network we already built. Our infrastructure includes more than 155K air nodes deployed globally alongside Earth nodes operated by independent participants, right? Main net rollout is planned for phases in later 2026. The rollout is expected to include agent identity and service discovery, private networking capabilities, secure compute environments, edge AI inference services, World Mobile Token based machine-to-machine payments, operator reward mechanisms tied to verified usage. Okay. Now, it's going to be very, very interesting if they can export some of this infra to other networks. Like, okay, you guys are having a compute problem or an inference problem, plug into our network. We got extra capabilities, right? So it's very interesting. This makes a lot of sense. So let's listen to an interview from Rachel here. This is Rachel on Chain. She's really big in the world mobile community. Shout out to her. This is a very good interview. I definitely think you guys should go check out the whole interview. We're just going to play part of it because, you know, I don't want to play all of her interview. It's a whole hour long, but we're just going to play a piece here. She's interviewing the COO of World Mobile Team, Alan Omnet. Okay, so let's pick it up. We're going to play it a little bit faster than normal because he does kind of speak a little slowly. And I think just playing it at 1.25 speed, we're going to get where we need to go. And it's not going to be too bad to listen to.
The day are in the space to earn, to find financial freedom and sovereignty. And you guys offer that pathway.
So we feel like we've achieved a lot in that area, not just being, you know, a used chain, but actually revenue generating and people making money for the infrastructure that they operate. So we also, it's not just in one area. We're in multiple countries. We're USA, we're in Asia, we're in Africa. We're about to roll out in new countries as well. So we're a global operation, as in the World Mobile name. The other area, which we're not going to talk about today, I know that Mickey's going to do a session next week about the stratospheric platform, because you can talk about that for hours. You know, what is this stratospheric platform? Yeah, that in itself is incredible technology, right? And it's a set of technologies. It's bringing together the ability to have phased array antennas serving, you know, hundreds of thousands of people at 20 kilometers. It's a super tower. Okay, so this technology is one which we have endeavored over the years to find out how to do this, and we're now in a very good shape with that. But yeah, that's not the topic today. I'll leave that for another day. So what are we here to talk about is primarily AI. Where does that sit in our network, in our strategy? What is it? You know, it is a core part of our strategy. We've got something called an Earth node, which we'll talk a bit more about, which is, you know, has a set of primitives which are very important for AI, right? Things like identity, storage, payments, compute, yeah, all these elements that are needed for an agentic.
So he's mentioning some of the things that we mentioned in the article there that the network will have for AI. That's important for AI
system. We also actually use AI in the stratospheric platform as well, for things like beamforming and being able to deliver connectivity to vast areas to a lot of people and allow that dynamic allocation of spectrum. So AI.
So he's saying that they're also going to need to use some of that inference and stuff for themselves to make sure that their network operates at optimum efficiency. So he's talking about some things like beamforming and things that are kind of way over, right? Like way outside of the purview of us right now, right? But he does say that they're using it also for their internal purposes.
Is core in that. We also, things like choosing where to put an air node. Yeah, so deciding how best to deploy your network, AI in that network analysis for network building. It's very important, right? So I mean, look at the news today. Yeah, AI futures. So BlackRock talk about it, although we don't talk about BlackRock. China, they see it as the future. The AI futures is key because massive demand, limited supply. How are we going to solve this problem when the amount of usage is just phenomenal? So AI futures.
Again, so he's saying that it's a massive demand for AI futures. We've heard about it. I've played some of it on the channel, how, the CEO of Anthropic has said, there's a compute problem. Like, we need more compute. Okay. There are various different companies that are kind of popping up to kind of do this. Data is trying to do this. More on that in future episodes. And we gave you some episodes about Data doing this. Junction with Jasmine is trying to do this. This is an area of need, right? So it really makes sense that World Mobile Token is using their network that they already have to address this.
This is something that very much fits into our strategy and goal. There's problems in the world that we're experiencing today, like in the Middle East, where all of a sudden Amazon, Google, Microsoft get hit, bombed, or whatever in their data centers, and all of a sudden people are trying to look for, well, I thought I had a sovereign infrastructure, centralized. Maybe we could come up with a new solution. So this is all problems which we have been looking at ways to solve along the way, and we feel that what we are in the process of releasing and delivering solves a lot of those problems.
I love it. And by the way, I want to shout out, we have some active folks in the comments, in the Telegram chat. I see all our World Mobile fam out.
Okay, so definitely go over there and check out some more of this entire interview. It's probably worth the whole watch here. Shout out to Rachel for that. I definitely give her a follow, and Alan a follow. So really cool. I don't think the delisting doesn't affect me as a World Mobile investor. In fact, it makes me kind of even more bullish, as strange as that sounds. And the example I gave you is Stronghold, how they removed Stronghold from all these different exchanges, and only then did they decide to now pump up Stronghold once it was out of most people's hands, right? So again, if this worries you, I would look at that as an example. And there's some other coins in which they've done some similar things, right? So take that as what it is there. Let's get into some of our comments here. Shout out to Throbbing Lantern. Definitely shout out to the ZEBEC Nation crew here. I really respect those guys over there. Shout out to him. And 3114 Crypto. Shout out to ZBCN, man. Definitely respect those guys over there. Met them in person at the XRP Las Vegas conference. Man, cool guys. Met Ghost in person too. Very, very cool guys. Almost all of them offered to buy me a drink. Like, very cool people, like gentlemen, like Saudi the Earth type of people out here. Definitely go over and give them a shout out and give them a follow as well. If you're looking for additional ZBCN coverage, it's always nice to get extra opinions, right? And different perspectives. So definitely check them out. Definitely check us out on Coin Vault as well, where we cover ZBCN, but we also cover stuff like Metallicus and things like that over there on our channel as well. So, only respected researchers will I am mentioned on here. And if I haven't mentioned anyone, no disrespect to them. But yeah, shout out to all the ZBEC Nation crew. I named a few. I may have left out some few Crypto Star World, Mr. Foresight. All of those guys do a good job. They do a very, very good job. So definitely check them out. So let me get into a few of our comments, and then I'm going to go head over to the Patreon for our open mic night. Thank you so much, Chris Cole, for the $10 super chat. Thank you for your hard work. You're appreciated. What are your thoughts on the impending Bitcoin market crash sooner rather than later? Just getting different opinions from respected researchers. Well, I think here in the near term, there's a bullish term coming for the next 3 to 4 days, right? And we've already kind of seen it. The ISO cryptocurrencies have gotten a kick up ever since the whole Stellar thing happened. Look at Stellar, H-Bar, Algorand, all of them are up right now. And I think there might be something brewing. I got through talking to the Patreon people about that. Shout out to you guys in the Patreon, and we'll continue that discussion in the open mic night here in a few minutes. But yeah, I definitely think in the next 4 or 5 days, things will be pretty bullish for some cryptos. Now, will that continue for all of June? I don't think so. I think there might have to be a downtrend before we get to July, right? And we get the July, the July fireworks, the 250th anniversary of America, possibly the Clarity Act, possibly the end of the Iran war. So I think we get a little bit of a down period between that, right? I've kind of come more back to agree with Rob on that. But in the next few immediate next few days, I think we have a pump up. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat. What's up? It's Vince again. What's up, King Pound? Time to roll up and watch Game 7 and grab some knowledge. Appreciate it. What's up, Tony S? My man, Ruel, King and Tony. Let's freak this money, fam. My man.
My man.
And if I get the time this week, I'm going to get us some new sound bites, guys. I know it's been a while since I added one. So expect some new sound bites on Monday. Nice intro. Go get that man in the mirror. Let's go. What's up, Purple Rain? What's up, Brand G? It's been a while, brother. What's up? Brand G's got me great. Has given me some good calls back from like way back in the day when I used to be on Benzinga. And since I can't spit it out here, time to bring up Robert Downey Jr. here. Let's get that.
That'll be script reads me.
What the hell does that even mean?
What you getting at with the book script? Spit that shit out, man.
Yeah, I gotta spit that out, man. Shout out to you, Brand G. It's been a while, brother, but thank you for checking in and being a long time watcher, bro. Really appreciate that. Tony, I know, brother, he was calling for all-time lows. Was Cesar really calling for all-time lows, or was he just calling for a local low? That's what I want to figure out. Was he saying all-time lows? Because ZEBEC did go down to 0.0026, which shout out to my guy Rob again. He did call that. He called it. But it's since bounced right off of that and went directly back up. This Google news has been very, very good for it. And it's going to be really great to see what they say at the spaces. I cannot wait to see that. If you come over here and take a look here, it was all the way up to 0.0032 after it bounced back from the point it touched 0.006 0.0026. It did. It touched it. So shout out to Rob. He called that and immediately bounced back. Monarchy International Realty. Ruel, my friend, please let us know if it's happening tonight. Cheers. What's up, A-Train? They need to cut ties with no. I think the ties that they have with World Liberty Financial is good and is going to be good. And I think they're using, I've said this before, I think they're using the payroll app right now in the Middle East with VARA, right? Because they have regulational clarity over there. No, they definitely should not cut ties with World Liberty Financial. I'm going to get into some stuff about that later in the Patreon, in open mic night. Do not cut ties with them. It is really good business what they're doing like right now with them. Any news on ZEBEC Super App? Are they well, the Super App is out right now. The only thing that we're missing is like I think the mobile version of the Super App. So they got the desktop version and they got the desktop enterprise version. Only thing we're missing is the phone version right now. World Liberty Financial, that deal is working out for ZEBEC, guys. It really is. Like, don't get too caught up into the news of what Trump and his image and all of that. As far as business is concerned, World Liberty Financial is working out pretty well for ZEBEC, right? And I'll bring you guys some data on that maybe at some point, but we'll talk about it tonight in an open mic night. What's up, E? Shout out to E, our moderator in Telegram and a longtime watcher since I've been on Benzinga like 4 years ago. Shout out to brother 314 Crypto. Starlink is direct to sell now. Thank you, brother, for that piece of information. Again, definitely come check out brother 314 on ZEBEC Nation. Like, I definitely respect this brother's research. One of like 5 people whose research I really respect out here. Rob, Max, Underdog Research Channel. Oh man, I'm blanking. Rob, Max, Underdog Research Channel, Shook Focus Digital, 314 Crypto, and also our brother Crypto Crossroads Show, who's in the chat. And he just did another video too. Let me hit you guys with that video before we go here. But definitely come over here and check out brother 314 Crypto's show on ZEBEC Nation. And then let me hit you guys with brother 314 Crypto Crossroads Show's channel. I know he just did a video today. Okay, yep. BlackRock, Hedera, and Kayo. Okay, definitely come over and check that out. 3 hours ago, hot off the presses from Crypto Crossroads Show. And he has one coming up on Red Belly Network as well, which I'm going to click notify me too. Definitely come over here and check out our brother Crypto Crossroads Show. Let's get him to 1,000. He's at 754 right now. Definitely respect this gentleman as well. Great to see you, Rue. Hope you are well today. I'm doing great. It's sunny and good old Scottsdale. I was falling asleep over here and I was like, what the hell is going on here? And you know, I was like, why am I so tired? But I had to take my vitamin D. Gotta get your vitamin D in, guys. Like, pause on that for real. But I'm serious. Like, definitely got to get your vitamin D in, especially if you're of the melanated persuasion out here, guys. It definitely helps. Oh, what's up, Mike? Crypto, so effing cool. $1.99 super chat. And you need remember to ask me that question in another episode, because I'm so out of time here, guys. I know I normally get to all the chats, but I got to go over and get into my open mic night. Thank you guys so much for coming. If you made it to the end, put WMTX into the chat once everything closes down. It really helps the video. I know sometimes you guys can't join the Patreon or something like that, life and whatever, but if you can do the free things like commenting on the video and liking the video, it will definitely help me out. Thank you guys so much, and we're out. Peace.